Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, August the 9th, 2024. I'm Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin, the executive minister. Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ plus community. Surveys show that evangelical faith is the justification for the greatest attacks on the LGBTQ plus community.
I am Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Minister of Education. The Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community. Let's explore the big news of the day and what it means to you.
I am Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, the Minister of Connections. This is live, and then we are available on demand. If our community is important to you, share this news with your friends and family. Join the conversation on your favorite streaming platform and social media.
At Sunshine Cathedral, we're here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Former Catholic Bishop's General Secretary sues Grindr over data breach and outing. Monsignor Jeffrey Burrill is suing Grindr, claiming the app failed to protect his personal data, which led to his ousting from his position at the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, the USCCB. Burrill resigned from his role as General Secretary of the USCCB in July 2021 after the pillar reported on his use of the gay hookup app, revealing his visits to gay bars and a bathhouse. According to Burrill, Grindr's data sharing practices enabled the Catholic watchdog group, Catholic Laity and Clergy for Renewal, to acquire his personal information, which was then leaked to the pillar. Burrill alleges this breach of privacy resulted in significant financial damages and a tarnished reputation. He is seeking damages, legal fees, and an injunction against Grindr's business practices. Despite his claims, the app's privacy policy clearly states that it collects and shares user data with third parties. Burrill, who has since resumed his ministry after a period of reflection, may have overlooked these terms when he joined the app. And everyone around me is kind of giggling here.
It just happened. It's your story.
Yeah.
Thanks for the yes. Because I'm so familiar with Grindr. Yeah. No, I will say that I don't believe in outing anybody. I really don't believe in outing anybody. But if somebody, possibly a Roman Catholic Monsignor, is part of a group that maybe targets the LGBTQ plus community, maybe sometimes, maybe they kind of need to be outed. But I'm not really sure. Okay. So guess what? You're kind of fair game.
Yeah.
Now, this Catholic Monsignor went on to Grindr. He was visiting gay bars. He was visiting a bathhouse. And when you do that, honey, people are going to find out.
Yeah.
They're just going to find out. So you can sue Grindr all you want, but honey, probably just know.
Yeah.
It's instances like this that remind me of the importance of coming out. It's really important to do that. And if there wasn't such an issue with being queer as part of a church community, this wouldn't be such an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So to everybody within the churches, just come out wherever you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One, the Roman Catholics, stop your doctrinal, dogmatic, theological gay bashing. And then all at once, people's private lives aren't such a big deal.
Right.
Just quit demonizing queer folk.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, we are sick as our secrets.
Yeah.
And so if you want to keep something a secret, maybe don't plug into the matrix where, you know what I mean, into the World Wide Web where there aren't any secrets. It's just impossible. So, I mean, I hate that anybody's humiliated ever.
Right.
And I hate that anybody's ministry would be harmed. But also, like Reverend Ann said, if you are part of something that targets gay people and gay people find out you're one of them, they may feel like you're fair game because of the hypocrisy.
Yes.
And so I don't know. It's a troubling situation, but it could be fixed by the Catholic Church just being less homophobic, and for gay people to stand up and say, whether they say I'm gay and celibate, like you asked me to be, but then you got to be celibate, or if you say I'm gay and I'm not going to stay where I'm not welcome, you walk out. One way or another, it would make a big impact, because I promise, if every gay person came out in the Catholic Church would have to change overnight or shut its doors. And so it is complex, I guess. And I on principle don't believe in outing, but I also on principle don't believe in claiming privilege you deny other people when when you're part of the group that you're part of persecuting. So I don't know. He's pretty handsome. He probably did well at the bathhouse, but I hope it was worth it, because now we know. That reminds me, I should come out. I'm gay, so I don't want to come back and bite me. I'm gay.
Oh,
you didn't know. You didn't know.
Yeah,
Oh my God, the Cathedral Senior Minister's gay, y'all.
Deleting.
All right.
Deleting
Next
girl on the
week's
queer
story.
God
Yeah.
spot.
Next week,
That's me.
What was it? There was a movie that said
It's a picnic basket.
in training camp, the sergeant would scream at the guys, "I only know about queers and steers. You're not a steer, are you?"
That was an officer and a gentleman.
Yeah. I'm gay, y'all. What I got was that there is a Catholic watchdog group, Catholic Laity, and their job is to go out
Make
into
people
the
miserable.
interweb to find where people are having fun and shut them down. They found
Is
out that
voyeurism not bad?
they found out that this Monsignor was living his real life as much as he could on the interweb. I mean, on Grindr.
Yeah.
Did he not think that somebody would say, and I'd love to know the person.
Is no one
who found
swiping
him.
left gonna recognize him? Like, ain't that Father?
Wait a minute. I just confessed to him. But
Ain't that Daddy? I mean, Father. What's his name?
it really got to me that there is a Inquisition group that exists
Yeah.
that makes sure that their internal procedures are followed by everyone.
Laying awake nights, worried that somebody's having a good time somewhere.
See, and that was the whole thing. How dare he go out there? I got to swipe left. But we're making a lot of fun because it really is kind of silly that we are still having these kinds of incidents happen. We are who we are.
Yeah.
We live into our own true self, and that this Monsignor could not live into his own true self. It hurts me. It is sad. And that he had to step away and reflect and begin his ministry again. He's still who he is.
Yes.
He is a gay man who is now a repressed gay man.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Truly.
He's caught in a really unfortunate system.
Yeah.
But he also is perpetuating the system.
Well, and that's the
there's
other
that.
part. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, read the fine print. First of all. Secondly, the bathhouse is a different type of confessional.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that. And, I'm actually okay. I agree with you about outing people to a degree. Anyone who is doing anyone else
Nobody's
harm, they need to be outed. And I don't mean just about sexual orientation. Like, if anyone is doing something that's oppressive to any other group of people, and then yet they're on the other side doing it, they need to be called out for it.
Yeah.
So, whether this group is doing a good thing or a bad thing, they need to be called out for it. And my last point is going to be, two more points. He didn't just start this as a Monsignor.
Oh, no.
You know, this has probably been a lifelong thing for him, and he's had to be on the deal this long, and had just now been caught by this particular group of watchdog folks. And I'm sure that could have gone very differently had, the Catholic Church had a different approach around sexuality, especially around their priests and all this other stuff. But this didn't just happen, y'all. This has been going on for a very long time, in my opinion, has been going on for a very long time. And my guess is that this particular group has a watchdog that's closer on people who are higher in the church than some other folks also, especially at this level. And I was also baffled by the line of who has since resumed its ministry after a period of reflection. So does that mean the Catholic Church may be becoming a little bit lenient towards who they're going to have in their flocks? I can only imagine that the priest that he had to confess to, but that to me might be the little crack in the Sistine Chapel ceiling, just a little bit over the Vatican, that there's more hope for the LGBTQ folks in the Catholic Church and for its leadership, that if we can resume his ministry after a period of reflection, didn't say what he reflected or how he reflected, but he resumes his role as Monsignor, and now basically it's an outed Monsignor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, because they don't care. They don't care what he is. They care that he got caught doing something that they say you're not supposed to do. And he thought he was being discreet. But it's just also, it's the 21st century, y'all. And we have a lot more science on sexuality than we used to have. We know where babies come from. We know that brains are very complex. We know that sexuality doesn't dry up the minute you turn 40. I mean, we just know a lot of things. We don't marry at 13 anymore and die at 40. So the idea that you're celibate to your wedding night and then you have one partner and then you die, well, that makes sense when you got 20 years to get it all in. Now that we expect to live 70, 80, 90, 100 years, and you don't even really feel grown up till you're 30, it's just different. You can't go by the Middle Ages now. And that we just pretend that we don't know that we don't live in the world we live in. It's a setup for failure. It's a setup for heartache. And I just think it's time for everyone to grow up. I can't imagine that God cares that you had a good time at the bathhouse. Do you remember the story in the 90s about a bathhouse? I think it was in Europe. And this guy who was a priest was there, and he has a heart attack. And someone screams, "Oh my God, he needs a priest!" And like 9 guys in towels descend upon him.
Yes. He needs last rites.
Okay,
I've not heard that.
I didn't hear that. That's a great story.
It's a great story. I wonder if it's true. But
If it's not, it's still a great story.
Exactly.
It's 100% true. I'm not sure it happened, but it's 100% true. It's like the Bible. So lighten up, Catholic Church, so that your good people can do good work instead of hiding from the boner police.
Yeah. And maybe this Monsignor will become a light for that too, for people to come to and talk to. So there you go.
We can hope.
Hallelujah.
Well, that's today with the always reverent Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and discuss what our LGBTQ plus community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. And we are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.